All right, everybody, welcome to the first episode of the Bane of Existence Podcast. I'm here with Ben Carlson.
Hello.
And Zane Grabowski.
What's up?
All right, so what do you guys want to talk about?
Podcasting. Okay, so I've always wanted to do a podcast, but I've never actually done it. We were
Wow.
gonna do. What do you mean?
Same.
I meant big surprise you haven't done one before.
Well, I mean,
This is the first one.
we were gonna do it at my house, guys, but I'd have to clean the basement. It'd be kind of weird. So we're doing it at Zane's house. Nice
That's
setup.
not really well.
It
Yeah.
does, except we need foam.
We do.
Yeah.
have
That's
no.
important.
We stapled some blankets to the walls. There might be some dents above the doorways, but
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Nobody be looking at the wall, bro.
so yeah, podcasting. Very excited. Zane, what are your thoughts? First podcast. What do you think?
I feel like I'm in a box right now because there's always limits on the first thing you do of something. But let me fix that. As we move on and I slowly creep and crack out of my shell, I'm gonna blossom into something beautiful. And so will this podcast. That's what's gonna happen.
The
So we're
Box by Roddy Ricch. It's a good song.
It's not. Shut up, Jacob. It's not.
Okay, but
That
no,
song
I agree
sucks.
with that. I'm excited. We're a little condensed.
I hope all of the listeners don't take it at first and say, "Oh, this podcast sucks because you're so boring." Come on, it's the first
Come on,
episode.
guys. We're
Guys,
boring people.
come on,
What do
we
you
are
expect?
boring.
We're
but it just also whatever we say, don't
Can and
take
will
it
be
to heart.
held against you in a court of law. What?
Don't take it to heart. Okay, these are our opinions. We have our right to
First
our own
Amendment.
opinions.
So I'm sorry if they're correct. That's just how it's going to work out.
If we're correct and you're upset because you're wrong, that's your fault.
And if you correct us, we will be sad, but you're right. So
I doubt it.
yeah,
Anyway,
podcasting. Jacob, what do you think? We get the text. You get the text. We're starting a podcast. You basically have to do all of the computer work.
he volunteered. He volunteered.
I was
He didn't
pretty
get a
hyped
text.
anyways.
He didn't get a text saying, "Oh, by the way, we're gonna make you do all this stuff." It was more of,
I came
"Hey,
in. I was like,
Yeah.
I know how to do most of this stuff, run the mics, all that kind of thing. So, I mean, I'm fine with it. Most of it's already installed on my laptop.
Nice.
So
Nice.
we just had to get together and actually do it, which took a while.
It took us a month just to figure out when we're doing it, right? Kind of
Yeah.
where.
Probably.
Oh my goodness. I was trying to buy the mics on Amazon. That
Dude,
was not
that was
fun.
bad. I tried
When
to
are they
go to
coming
bed.
in?
What?
When are they coming in?
Sunday. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I tried to go to bed. And I'm like, oh, I should probably turn my phone on silent. And I pick up my phone and I see 3 messages from Ben.
It was 8:30, guys. It was.
Dude,
Well, it wasn't
I go to bed early, man. I gotta
What time do you wake up in
Thursday?
the morning? What time do you wake up in the morning?
6:30 or 6:45.
Okay.
Oof.
There's this enlightenment thing, Age of Enlightenment.
Yeah.
This whole big thing happened. Also, Benjamin Franklin did it, where you go to bed at sundown, but you wake up at 3 a.m. and start working,
That's what the.
which is something I'm going to start doing because I think I'm more productive in the morning than I am at night.
Here's the thing. That's what they did in the Bible. They actually, the start of the day was right at sun came up, or no, it wasn't. It was 12 o'clock. So right 12 a.m. is when you started your
Midnight.
day.
But I don't know. I feel like I'm way more productive at night.
I can't do it. I can because I can't do it at night as well. Morning is better because
We
there's
got
more pressure
school.
applied on me.
We have school. That's the kind of hard part with the schedule.
Not if, because cross country goes till 5, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, it's ending. Goes till 5.
Bowling is starting though.
You have-
Bowling goes even later.
It does.
I'm pretty sure.
Shoot. Well, but for cross country at least,
Okay.
goes till 5. You have 3 hours total to eat food and shower and go to bed. Then you wake up in the morning and do all your homework. Easy.
I mean, I usually just do all my homework the class period
Yeah,
before.
well,
but-
you're
It's not a
freaking-
good idea.
I mean, it works pretty well for me. I'm pulling straight A's right now.
Well,
True.
can't
I'm
relate.
pulling straight B's, actually.
Straight B's. Yeah, I got you.
Straight B's and 1A. That's what I have right
Nice.
now, as of today.
Solid. I think what B- in English.
I don't know what my lowest is. Probably a B-.
Nice.
I have to do something for science, actually, after this.
What
I
is
have
it?
to
You know
do something for
the
English.
enzyme lab?
Wait, you haven't done that?
I never turned it in, but I'll be able to turn it in and get points for it.
That was due like 3 weeks ago.
It was not 3 weeks. That was like
That
2
was
weeks
like
ago.
3
That was like
weeks
2 weeks
ago.
ago. That was 2 weeks ago. What? This past week was notes. No.
Yeah.
What did we do this past week? This past week
Notes.
was a bunch of random stuff. Monday was the test. The week before was notes.
Or that the Friday was enzyme lab due date.
Yeah,
So
that's
that was
2 weeks.
from today.
If it's Friday, if it's on a Friday, 3 weeks from today, I will agree. What?
Okay,
No,
well,
2 or 3.
but yeah. Life's crazy, man. Bane of Existence.
Featuring Jacob Whiter.
Oh yeah, I didn't say my name. Hello everyone, that's me.
Existence is just like a pain. It's a bane of existing.
It's a Bane.
Bane, man. Where is she? That was the worst Batman.
That was
impression I've
honestly-
ever. That was genuinely awful.
Can you do that again for me? Can you do that again?
Okay, I got.
Smacks lips. Let me tell you what sucks about existence. I don't know if I've talked to you guys about this. My horrific fear of the ocean, right? If you're swimming in the ocean and you're not touching the ground. Have I told you about that?
Yeah.
I have? Have you not heard this? Dude, if I'm not touching the ocean floor while I'm in the ocean, I'm horrified.
Why?
Because here's the thing about the ocean.
It's water,
That-
bro. Just drink it.
Shut
Like,
up.
you know,
Badlands
just-
Chugs did.
It's
Badlands
literally
Chugs did.
impossible to drown. Just drink the water.
So it's not about drowning. You don't, with the way the ocean is, you don't know if
Yeah, you do.
when you're not. I will reach across the table and punch you in the face.
Listen, Zane, do you know how
Yes.
vast
Okay.
the ocean is and how low the probability of you actually getting attacked by something is?
So here's the thing. I wouldn't be too sure about that because, right? Okay, I would be actually very sure about that. The probability is really low, but that doesn't change the fact that in the ocean, if you're not touching the ground, you don't know if you're 1 inch away from the ground or if there's a 500-foot drop off and you are now 500 feet from the ocean floor.
You could always look down,
You can't see through ocean water unless you're like the Caribbean.
go underwater and open your eyes.
You freaking moron.
What?
It's salt
Do you not
water.
do that? You can. It
No.
doesn't matter.
I can do that
I
in
mean, it
chlorine
stings,
pools.
but
I can do that in pools. I can actually swim forward with my eyes open in pools.
Yeah.
That hurts.
Why
but
would
I
you
can
want
do
to
it.
do that?
When I don't have
Goggles
goggles,
suck.
or if there's other people
yeah.
in my aunt and uncle's pool and I don't want to freaking headbutt into someone's knee, then I'll like open my eyes for a second and close them and then open my eyes
sure,
and then
that's
come
the
up and wipe
reason.
my eyes.
I know what you're doing down there.
Dude, all my relatives are in like their 60s or 70s. Besides, well, no, that's not true.
Sweet
That's
home
not true.
Alabama.
Let me restate that in case someone hears this. Some are in their 60s and 70s. Others are in, I think, their 40s and 50s. And then it drops down to like 20s. No, there's some in the 30s as well. So I think I have 70s, 60s, 50s, 40s, 30s, and 10s. And 1s, actually.
Besides Zane's entire family tree.
Can we
Family
go over that,
circle.
by the way? Let me go to insight.
Not right now.
The family tree is just a straight circle, man. It's like a family.
Bro,
bush.
okay.
It's a family
pause on
round
that,
table.
Pause on that. Just going back to like life is just crazy, you know?
Life sucks.
Life really does.
I mean,
There's some fun parts, but like for the most part, like just a whole lot of nothing you're not gonna remember.
we know why we're here though, you know?
Yeah.
It's
To
all about
work.
choice, you
To
know?
work. That's literally why we're
And,
here.
you know, to make the choice, you know, if we want to accept Christ or not.
Okay, yeah, that is true. That is true. That's a good point.
But
You have a really good point there.
Especially like during COVID when I was stuck at home a lot, just kind of like stuck with my own thoughts, I guess. I was thinking a lot about like what my personal philosophy is. And it's like, I've come to the conclusion that the only logical, like, course of action, course of thought, if there is no existence of God, is nihilism. And that kind of sucks.
What is nihilism?
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Basically, you understand that everything is futile. There's no reason to live. Morals don't exist. There's not really just any reason for anything.
Have you ever read Ecclesiastes?
That's true.
Yeah,
Well,
actually.
this is from the point of view of
if there is
no God.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you think there is a God? Let's
Yes.
start with that. Okay, cool. We're on the same page.
Yeah. But
Oh, you started going on your nihilism rant. I was concerned.
Yeah, but I'm just explaining it right. I don't
Yeah.
understand a lot of people because there's a few kind of like ideologies that are really popular nowadays. The main one being existentialism. It's basically the idea of, oh, just give life its own meaning, do whatever. The
Yeah.
problem with that,
There you go.
it'll always leave you empty. Like, whether it's substance, whether it's sex, whether it's just passions and desires, it may fuel you for a little bit of a time, but eventually you're just going to end up empty again and have to
Yeah.
try something else.
that's kind of just about life. That's what's weird. You know, you could be chasing after all this stuff. Like, you could have a life goal. Okay, say get up to the NFL. You work your tail off. You know, middle school, high school. You get to a D1 college. Okay. I don't know nothing about football. I don't know why I use this example. but, you know, you play in college, you get drafted to the NFL, and you're there. Like, then what else?
Yeah.
You know,
Like-
have a family.
Well, that's why money is, or the love of money is the root of all evil.
Yeah.
It's not because it goes against God. It's because you're literally making your life experience horrifically boring and meaningless.
I
Because-
mean, analytics are interesting. Me, at least.
All right. Well, I
Back in
mean,
that bread. It's
you know what?
But
Money is good, but basically the entirety of life is, let's see, born, have a little bit of fun, work, have a little fun every summer, get to high school, work, have less fun over the summer, but still fun over the summer.
yeah.
College,
party.
party, basically.
Or get like
responsibly,
straight A's.
responsibly,
Unless
responsibly.
you're a nerd. Let's be honest.
No, straight A's in college. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, no.
That's not
Then
happening.
what? Get out of college, work,
Fun
Work,
for like 2 weeks in the
work.
summer.
work, have
I mean,
a family,
Here's my
work
thing.
for them, make them work. It just
Is that really a bad thing? Like,
That's
while we were quarantined, I went crazy. I had nothing to do. I would go out. I ran
you
like
think-
twice a day.
That's not a bad thing. What he's saying is that you can't like it
If I'm
shouldn't be
not
your
working,
goal. Like it's not
Dude,
I don't have anything
you
to
should
do.
not be complaining about your COVID experience, or at least this past summer. I was
Why?
grounded for 2 months straight.
whose problem was that? Whose
That
fault
was-
was
that
I'm
was
not
your
saying
fault,
I'm not
man.
saying anything about who to blame.
What
I'm just saying it was not a lot of fun.
What I'm saying about this is like the fact that even with school, I didn't have any work to like make myself do something. If I'm not being
Mhm.
productive every day, like day after day, I'm just doing nothing. I feel like I'm just wasting time. I feel like
I wish I
Just-
had that mentality. I don't.
I
do not.
I do. I'll get through. For me, one of the things is like I can waste all day, do absolutely no work. The day ends, and I just beat the crap out of myself. Like not like actually, but like I'm
Like
just,
literally beat the crap out of yourself.
you just
No,
take
I'm
a
like-
hammer and start
I'm so lazy.
smashing it into your
Smash.
forehead.
I'm so lazy, and it's so much easier to like, for me at least, to realize, you know, I'm a piece of crap. Like you did nothing today, and then actually do the work. But at the other end, work's better than like fleeting desires like sex or getting money. Or but you know, if you work, it's still not the main goal of life. You know, it's to accept and serve Christ. You know, whether you believe that or not, that's the truth.
Here's why work sucks. You have to start doing it.
Amen.
Because
Preach, brother.
working for me isn't too much of a problem. Starting to do it sucks.
It
That
depends
and
the kind of
reading.
work.
Reading I generally hate, but if I actually pick up a book that's good enough and I start reading it, then it'll be interesting.
It's done in like an
Here's
hour.
here's my thing
honestly.
about reading. Like, I don't like reading fiction very much.
Neither do I.
Yeah,
like-
no, same.
I would rather read like research papers or something about something I'm genuinely interested in
Yeah.
than read like random fantasy book.
What about like comic books?
I've never been a huge comic fan.
I've never been a huge comic fan either. I
Well.
mean, they're not bad if you enjoy like reading through that kind of stuff.
What about like movies? Fictional
yeah.
movies.
I'm good with movies,
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah,
Really?
dude.
Because I think for me, it's less effort to
Yeah,
sit
the
down
movies
and
the
watch a
movies do
movie.
the work for you.
They do.
Exactly.
They set everything up for you. But if you're reading a fictional novel, because the thing about if you read some sort of historical novel or a book by anyone, again, historical,
That's
something.
boring. Let's be honest.
Can you
Let's be
not?
honest.
Well, no. Be quiet. Something like a research paper that you're already passionate about. You are already aware of what you're reading about. For fiction or fantasy, I've never liked fantasy.
I'm okay with fantasy movies like Lord of the Rings and stuff.
I've never
I'm good
seen
with
it.
that kind of stuff.
I've never seen Lord of the Rings or The Hobbit.
Should.
Really?
It's really long.
That's what
but-
I've heard.
Yeah, it's good
It's
though.
interesting. It's really like it goes deeper than just the story.
If you can get the symbolism, it's definitely a good watch or read.
What if you don't get the symbolism?
I mean,
It's still fun. They
It's
have
still
like
fun,
a lot
yeah.
of fighting and stuff. That's
got
cool.
elves.
Elves are
Got the
actually
pointy
awesome.
ears.
We got one here in the studio.
Oh yeah,
What?
crazy.
Yeah. Elves are short generally, right?
No, elves are the tall ones. I'm like the.
In the
Oh, you're a dwarf.
I'm a hobbit.
you're a
It's-
hobbit.
Oh,
yeah,
you're a
yeah,
hobbit.
You have big feet.
I don't have big feet.
I don't know what you are.
I'm
So
like a
he's the
hobbit.
lowest. He's the worst kind of hobbit.
I'm like a
Yeah.
hobbit, but with no like nothing cool. Like I
So
don't have a
you're
ring.
You
you're
just
a
live in a
hobbit
hole.
with no redeeming qualities whatsoever.
I'm like I'm just a short human male.
Lives in a hole.
Who lives?
Not true.
Might I add?
I
You're
actually did
also
use-
homeless.
I did. Okay. I actually did used to live in the basement. Since upgraded.
To an actual
going
room.
up the stairs. Take.
I've since
Takes-
upgraded to.
Sometimes I miss my old cage. Nice
I've now
little
upgraded
dish and
from
water
a
bowl.
cup of water and 3 loaves of bread every week, or 3 cups of water and a loaf of bread.
Nice
What were
having
your
solid
rations?
foods?
Rations. None.
You didn't get any.
Eats batteries.
I didn't have
Eats
rations.
batteries.
He eats batteries.
I do eat batteries.
You do actually eat batteries. What's your
I-
favorite flavor?
Okay, here's the thing about batteries.
Rayovac.
Here's the thing
Let,
about
let me
batteries.
rant about batteries real quick. I'm gonna plug my Instagram. I think it's what Ben_Carlson.
Here's the thing about batteries.
Talking about batteries, right? So we're talking about batteries. The whole concept of I eat batteries. The whole concept of I eat batteries is to get energy.
Yeah.
Salad, like, bro, that's a leaf. I'm not a
Okay,
rabbit.
salad. It depends on the salad. I like salad.
I don't like salad unless it got some good
Get-
dressing on it.
Get me a Caesar salad with croutons and ranch, and I will slobber over
See,
it
that's
all
the
day.
thing.
Give me batteries. Give me
I couldn't-
batteries.
Give me a
with
battery
batteries,
salad.
with batteries. Here's the thing. I said it because it's just wild. It's energetic, motivational. You got to eat the right batteries. And sometimes, someone saw me like I was eating like dessert or something, and they were like, "Bro, that's not healthy. You need to get energy." I was like, "This is energy. The same chemicals that are in food nowadays is just like battery acid." So I was like,
That is absolutely factual, and I believe I can pull up the research to prove it.
Might as well just eat batteries. Like 9 volts, just like gotta peel back the outside.
Here's the thing about
I
batteries.
did whole.
Squishy
It's like
Your
a walnut.
gooey
stomach,
inside.
your body could handle it mostly, except for your esophagus and your mouth. Your
Yeah.
stomach could boil that crap, and it could slide right through the rest of your digestive system. But your
You gotta
esophagus
mess up
would
your
get.
liver though. What if I got a feeding
Is there
tube
carbon
put in?
dioxide in?
Why would you?
What if I got a
feeding
feeding tube
goes directly
to
into-
eat batteries and battery acid, so it doesn't even touch my esophagus?
You might as well.
You might be indestructible. Like it might give you superpowers.
I'm pretty sure it does.
I think people could actually run off of battery acid. Like, what's the nutritional value there?
Probably none.
We need proteins and stuff, right?
That is protein. It's straight
Yeah.
energy. I have Zane has a straw in the kitchen. I have some batteries in my backpack. I said we just try it right now.
Yeah, totally.
I got a lot of batteries here.
Like a DIY feeding tube.
I looked up what batteries are made of. Lead acid batteries consist of at least 2 lead plates separated.
I know for sure that lead is poisonous. I'm pretty sure that's what they made paint out of.
Oh, here we go.
Little-
You're
Not
gonna
if
like
you're
this.
built different.
Separated by a chemical solution generally made of 30 to 50% sulfuric acid, aka battery acid. When fully charged, the battery's negative plate is solidly lead, and the electrolyte, electrolytes,
Hey,
that's
there's
healthy,
electrolytes.
is concentrated sulfuric acid.
So you might die from lead poisoning, but at
Also
least
lead
you'll have
dioxide.
those.
Yeah.
You'll have
Okay,
those
you could
good
die.
electrolytes.
You could die, but think about the benefits.
Think about the benefits.
I'll
On the
Google
one
that
hand,
right now.
on one side of the ring, you have sulfuric acid and lead dioxide and lead poisoning and immediate death. On the other side of the ring,
Infinite
you have
energy.
infinite energy. You have parts of the human body that have never been unlocked in human history. The Israelites were as advanced as they get. That and the Nephilim, as advanced as they get. I mean, that was the tip of the iceberg compared to eating batteries.
I think that
Really?
Naughty just eats batteries. That's how they're so powerful.
They probably do.
Here's
they
the
probably
thing.
know everything there is
That's
to
why
know.
they became lizards, right?
The hardest thing with technological advancement is batteries. Like there's like a study. They're trying to make completely electronic or battery powered plane. Okay, you don't need gasoline or diesel or whatever.
Really?
That's sick.
Yes.
You use diesel to power your plane?
I use windshield car light fluid.
Car light fluid?
Yeah.
It's something made up.
You need your
but
you need your headlight fluid changed.
Headlight fluid.
I don't know. Whatever they power airplanes with, like I
Jet
don't know,
fuel.
milk or something.
Jet
Anyways.
fuel.
Muscle milk.
You power the airplane with
Acid.
milk. You power the airplane with milk.
Speed.
Instead of like milk or whatever, gas or I don't know. They're trying to use batteries. But the problem is to get a battery that is powerful enough, it has to be big enough. And if the battery's too big, it weighs the plane down, you need more energy. How do you fix that? Bigger battery. Weighs the plane down more. So you're in this constant loop. So they're trying to figure out how to like get more energy in a smaller like space.
What if the plane was just a battery with lines?
Dude, all you have to do,
Grab onto the top.
Now here's
cover
my
the
point.
entirety of the top of the wings and the top of the plane. If you're looking at the plane from an aerial view, the entire top that you see should be solar panels.
That's
and
not going
there's
to
your
do
solution.
anything.
Here's
That'll
the-
do
here's the thing. No.
everything.
Solar panels are actually so inefficient.
I'm solar
I bet
powered.
they're not.
I do photosynthesis.
You do too?
Yeah.
Dude, when I get home from cross country, I spend 2 hours just laying out here with the bushes and the flowers, soaking up the sun, and I don't even need to eat a meal. And I walk in and my family's eating a meal, and they're like, "Hey, are you hungry?" I'm like, "No, I just ate."
That's not even a joke. Like
That's not a joke. I'm being 100% serious right now.
But do you ever grow and sprout leaves or anything? Do you gotta cut those? Anything?
I
No.
do actually.
people think I get sunburn. It's just like on your phone when it turns green. Like
What?
that's my battery full. My battery is full.
Batteries
Oh.
I
full
turn
when you
red.
turn red.
I thought you were
I
just
turn
so
red.
infuriated that other people aren't doing photosynthesis. You're like, "Ugh." That's why you're red. You're red with anger. Anyway, where were we? Battery acid?
You know what I realized? People are actually going to take the time to listen to this.
Hopefully.
We're in the studio. Got the setup. Yeah, well, Zane's looking up batteries.
Yeah, battery acid on your skin can cause itching, pain, redness, and burning.
Just weak.
Household batteries are typically something I don't want to pronounce because I'll embarrass myself.
Lithium ion and
Something like I said before, though. Think
My
about the
batteries.
benefits. Like you could have all these cons, but the benefit, you just go crazy and just destroy.
I heard a tale one time of a man who ate batteries.
Okay.
Right? This is back in when were batteries invented.
What, 2 weeks ago, maybe? About a month?
47. Yeah.
1847.
I want to make sure I'm getting the year right.
Like the time, like 6:47.
Okay. Yeah.
Yesterday.
1837.
Okay.
Right.
Mhm.
Batteries were created in 1800. Early batteries. Right.
Did people not have energy before then?
Energy?
Yeah,
Uh,
because
They
if you
had
eat
energy.
batteries, if they didn't have battery, people in
just
like
boost.
1836
dude, they
were
had
just laying
solar
around.
power. They had the sun. They went through photosynthesis.
They make a
That takes
sacrifice
longer,
to
though.
the sun gods, and that's how they get their energy. No, this
That's
dude in
six,
1837, he
Fine.
ate three batteries every 6 hours,
Genius.
right? 12 batteries a day. And God was...
That person was Gandhi.
in 1837. That person was Gandhi. Yes, it was. Mohandas Gandhi. Is that his first name, Mohandas?
I don't know.
I think it is.
I know
Anyway,
it's Gandhi.
but God was, he was out and about getting groceries or something like that. But God saw this man, right? He looked upon the earth and was like, holy crap, this dude is nuts. I mean, he was lifting cars and
In 1837.
horse-drawn
this
cars. He was
Superman.
throwing people. I mean, he had a bunch of energy and strength, most of all. So God, similar,
Had to
you know
nerf
this.
him.
The devil went down to Georgia. It's a true story.
song?
It's a true story.
I thought that was a song.
No, it's a true story. The devil gave a fiddle made of gold to, I think, Johnny, something like that.
I think I heard that, actually.
That's a real story. So God was going to give infinite energy to this gentleman if this guy could beat God in an arm wrestle. So this dude was like, oh, please. They set up on the table. They go at it, right? God's arm nudged an inch down, right? And then God beat him. But the point is, you eat batteries, he moved God's arm in an arm wrestle an inch. Of course, then God proceeded to win the arm wrestle, also throw him through the table and then kill him immediately.
Cast him straight into hell. This is what you get for.
Is this a true story?
This
This
is
is what you get for
True
trying
story.
to arm wrestle me.
This is 100% true story.
This is what we do to people who eat
Wikipedia.
batteries.
Okay.
It's in Corinthians, I'm pretty sure.
Are you
I
chumps? Okay,
don't
here's the thing. You
think it
chumps
happened.
are still going through photosynthesis and eating batteries, right? I'm all the way at nuclear power right now.
Yeah? Dude,
Yeah.
can we all admit that nuclear power is the best?
I'm splitting atoms in my esophagus.
Okay, I have a quote from Gandhi pulled up. Where there is love, there is life. I'm going to add on to this.
Mhm.
So where there is love, there is life.
Yeah.
Where there is life,
There are batteries.
there are batteries.
Big fact.
I've never
And where there are batteries, there are people going crazy.
I've never heard anything more true.
Yeah, Gandhi said that. A little.
Gandhi
Changed
said
the words
that.
up a little bit.
No, that
You know,
was
added
Gandhi. That was
Added a
Gandhi.
few words.
um,
Modern translation, you know.
modern translation, but that's what he said. Batteries give energy. God gives,
Here's another good
the
quote
breath of
by
life.
Gandhi.
and
Batteries
you-
give everything else.
You need to eat batteries constantly, but if you eat the bread of life, but we don't have the bread of life. So the next
better
best
life.
thing, batteries.
Gandhi was assassinated. Did you guys know that? I didn't know that. I thought he just died of old
Wikipedia
age.
said he was a lawyer.
Yeah, he was.
Really?
Here's a
I
good
didn't know
Gandhi
that.
quote. An eye for an eye only ends up making the whole world blind. That speaks to me because
Hey,
if
I
I
believe,
if I egg your house, Ben,
Okay.
right? I throw 13 dozen eggs at your house, just smothered in egg yolks. And egg
Assuming I
whites.
have a house.
At your cage, even your resting place.
Hobbit hole.
If I deface your house, right,
Okay.
and you take an eye for an eye, you deface my house, right? Would that make the world blind? Yes, but
It's epic.
We have
If you
two
eat-
eyes, so we're good.
so say I do it again because you did it to me. So an eye for an eye for an eye. Then you do it back to me. Now we're blind. But here's the thing. Here's the kicker. What
The
I
price
forget
of
his name.
eggs
What Gandhi? What
over the
Gandhi,
past decade has gone up, and we just
Shut up,
lost
Ben.
a bunch of eggs.
Shut up. What Gandhi forgot to recognize was the fact that if you eat batteries, you can see again.
Oh my! What?
So really, his quote just does not matter.
You just have to stick some like double A's in your eye sockets.
This is some deep philosophical.
In a gentle way, you can shake the world. I doubt that.
You're really fat, you might be.
If you have a lot of
Here's-
batteries in your system, think about it. Like I can pick up this table right now. Like, the whole room just shook. ladies and
I
gentlemen.
actually, the
Whole room
lamps
just
were
shook.
shaking. I think the lights
The
flickered.
doors shattered.
The
Like
window shattered, yeah.
he's like 9 doors down here.
1,
They
2,
all
3.
broke. They swung open from the sheer force. Their hinges broken.
Our mics just don't pick it up.
11,
Yeah.
12 doors down here.
Well, there were 12 doors.
9 of them fell off their hinges. 9 out of 12.
Not a bad score. What is that?
That's not bad whatsoever.
75%. Solid
That's
C.
a C.
C plus, right?
That's a C, man.
Did I ask a question that would be
The average.
probably regarded as offensive and terrible?
Yes.
Wait. Here, type it. Type it. Like, type it in my
All right.
phone.
All right.
Just do the first word, because
Do the first word?
The first
like
word.
just type the topic.
Okay.
All right, give me a minute. I'm gonna grab
This
my
is
water.
gonna be like I'm not gonna say that.
You're like, what? That's nice.
That's. Did they? I don't know if the mics picked that up.
Oh, they
did.
100% did.
Headphones.
I don't get it.
Get back.
Hold up.
Just go for it. We'll cut it if it's.
Okay. Yeah, we'll cut it. We'll cut it. Okay, so if Gandhi is in freaking India,
Yeah.
right? He was born in
Where is this
1883.
going?
He died in 1944. So during the Cold War, say, he's in freaking India, which is a horrifically impoverished country. Shut up. Where did he get his glasses from?
The glasses store.
Do they have stores in India? So
Wait,
where did
gotta
he
pull
get
back
them
glasses,
from?
Maybe he
man.
stole it
Did
from
he
the
just
British.
get a
Maybe
couple?
he stole it from the British.
Yeah, so he traveled to Brit.
No, because
Actually, I think he
Britain was
studied in
taking
Britain.
over India. That's
It already
that's
took
the
over.
whole
It already
thing.
took over. Well, yeah, it was.
So the British gave it to him because they were like, "You're pretty epic, Gandhi. You have a cool name."
They didn't like him.
You could see.
He was an activist against them.
Wait, no. He ate batteries, and the glasses
That's
just
it.
appeared. He could see.
That's what happened.
That's
He ate batteries,
he
and then they
regained
just
his sight.
morphed onto his face, and then he was like, "Thank you, thank you."
What? But no,
Martin Luther King Jr. Mother Teresa, what has she done? Do you guys know?
Mother Teresa. She
She had
she's
kids.
a mom of a lot of kids, like a lot of kids.
She had kids. How many
She didn't
kids
have
did-
any
Oh
kids.
my gosh.
But she
Oh,
took
no, that's
care of
awards.
children, I think.
She has so many awards. Jeez.
Well, she is Mother Teresa.
Yeah, but so what? Oh my gosh.
What has Mother Nature done? Like, come on.
Mother Nature's not a thing.
Where did Father Nature go? And where are their kids?
Father Nature is a deadbeat dad.
Father Nature was abusive. He made it rain all the time, and Mother Nature just didn't like that.
Father Nature is still waiting for his son to make it to the NBA.
Who's the child of Mother and Father Nature?
We already know this. Snow Meisner and Heat Meisner.
Big Chungus.
Big Chungus
Big
is the son of...
Big Chungus is like he's like the cousin, like the second cousin whose mom smoked and drank a lot during the pregnancy.
And it
Dude,
gave him
freaking
superpowers.
Mother Teresa is Catholic.
Yeah, that's the
Nothing
whole
wrong with
point.
that, of course.
Respect gone. You know, just,
Screw Catholics, dude.
Man,
That's
all
a
my
joke.
respect.
That's a joke. That's a joke. That's a joke.
Yeah, that is a joke, guys. Just because you have differing opinions doesn't mean we hate you.
Dedicated her life to caring for the destitute and dying in the slums of Calcutta.
Okay, wait.
No.
Speaking about dying. Speaking about dying.
Calcutta. Okay.
Zane, bring up the topic about doctors.
Oh, well, there's for all you doctors listening out there, which I'm sure the number is extremely high.
Jackson is going to be a doctor. Or
The smart people listen to our
Yeah,
podcast.
only smart people.
Yeah.
Here's a dilemma I've run into. You haven't been feeling well. You've been showing signs of terminal lung cancer. Okay. I haven't been feeling well. Things are going. It's a rough time. So you go to the doctors. They do some analysis, some testing. I don't know, an MRI, whatever bullcrap they do in the doctor's hospital, whatever.
Are cooking meth to pay.
That's what they prescribe you. Like, you know what? You have a cold, but methamphetamines.
You
There
should
go.
probably just make meth and sell it and get rich. So
That's what they do.
here's my problem with it, right?
Okay.
They come up and you're in the waiting room. You're waiting for the analysis, the news. You're with your family.
Solid hour. You're waiting.
Solid hour, yeah. Come out. The doctor comes out and is like, he's holding your file. He has a clipboard. He takes off his glasses, rubs his eyes, and says, I'm really sorry to tell you this, but you have stage 4 terminal cancer. Lung cancer. Family. Stop. This is serious. Stop. Listen. Stop.
Okay.
Stage 4 cancer. Terminal. I give you about 3 months. And so
Why is that's not funny?
Shut up.
Guys,
Shut up.
That's seriously
Shut up.
not
I'm
funny.
not done.
Okay.
I'm not done. So I'm not done. I'm not done. Stop.
Okay.
Stop.
Okay,
Stop.
Keep talking.
So what happens?
Keep
Sorry.
talking.
It's a sad story. What happens is, your family starts crying. They start huddling around you. You brush them off. You're like, hey, let me talk to the doc. You get up. You go into his office. And you go, Doc, I'm having a bit of a problem with this. And he's like, I understand. This is a terrible thing. We'll try to do everything we can to help you. And you go, no, you're a doctor, are you not? He goes, yes, I am. I went to medical school at Harvard for 8 years, all right? And you go, well, 8 years of schooling, probably $3.8 million is what it cost.
Probably.
You went to schooling for 8 years to look at a computer for 3 minutes, come out with some random file with some papers on, I don't know, like freaking how to trim your hedges in your front yard, some random bullcrap like that. You come out here and you tell me you have stage 4 terminal lung cancer. Is it or is it not your job to freaking fix it? You are a doctor. Solve the problem.
You know, I had a very similar situation. From a very young age, I was diagnosed with terminal swag.
Isn't that so? That sounds horrible.
Okay, both those situations, I think we kind of refer this back
So
to...
you're a doctor. If I'm sick, you're supposed to cure me. So why are you walking up to me and saying, you have stage 4 terminal lung cancer, we can't do a thing about it. Good luck for 3 months.
Doctor,
Kick
that's
me
your
out onto the
job.
street.
That's your job. Fix
Your
him.
job is to fix me. What is your problem?
Doctors
Remove
are just
the lung.
overrated mechanics for humans.
Remove the lung and I just won't
You
breathe
guys
as
are
much.
under a false impression, right? All the doctors do, their only job, is to sell you pharmaceuticals. All right?
That's what I said.
absolutely true. That's true.
Why
To-
are we
to
letting
fix
the
the
doctor...
problem.
Why are we buying expensive methamphetamines, basically?
Methamphetamines.
Literal meth from... Just to get the doctors rich when I can eat batteries myself. It doesn't cost a lot.
understand.
You get a ton of energy. Honestly, it probably would heal you.
Last time I was at Mark's, it was buy one, get one free. Back to 12.
Okay, I'm gonna hop out real quick. I'm gonna...
Okay.
Just kidding. I was already at Mark's.
Is it buy one, get one free?
It's buy 2, get 1 free.
Oh.
I'm just kidding. I haven't been to Mark's in like solid month. If I'm being honest.
That's not a big deal. I haven't been to that place in like a week or two.
Mark's is where I live though.
You live at Mark's?
I live with a Dairy Queen
month
in the same
ago.
plaza.
They kicked me out.
I'm the manager of Marianne Donuts, and I work a day job at I work a day
Marianne
job
Donuts.
at Marianne Donuts. I'm the manager of Marianne Donuts. I also work a day
Yeah,
job
Mom.
at Marianne Donuts.
Yeah, Mom,
Like
I got
affordable
fired
housing.
from Marianne Donuts. Mom
Why,
goes,
son?
Don't you own Marianne Donuts? Son goes, yeah.
I didn't
But
fire myself.
I was a bad worker, so I fired myself.
He wasn't a good worker. He was
He was-
lazy.
he was laid
He
back.
was smoking
You
on
know,
the
Mom.
job. I'm pretty sure he hit on a couple of the customers. They
You know,
ended up-
Mom, I just let myself go. No.
They let the donuts go.
He was stealing donuts from the donut
Don't you
storage.
Don't you know that's what donuts companies do? That's why there's a hole in donuts. Okay, they sell you donut holes and donuts.
You know,
It could just be a
actually-
regular donut, but they sell it in 2 separate things.
You know donut holes, like the little nugget?
Yeah.
Right? Those were actually the original donut. Because back
Yeah.
then the dialect was
They
a
were bigger.
nut was anything that was round. No. So those little dough balls that you have
Mhm.
were literal donuts. And now, of course, fat corporate America was like, hey, let's get people to balloon up to 450 pounds off glazed donuts and jelly-filled bullcrap.
Listen,
That sounds
and that's where
amazing.
we're at.
if there
That
weren't
sounds-
holes in donuts, you wouldn't be able to put one on each of your fingers like rings and then wiggle your fingers.
Dude, how far apart are your fingers?
so weird.
I've got webbed fingers.
No, you don't.
That doesn't
I'm
change
looking
the fact that you can't fit donuts on them.
That would mean
yeah.
you can't.
You want
They
me?
make
You
it
want
harder.
to bet?
But if you have
I will dislocate my fingers to fit donuts on them.
depending on how thick or thin your finger is, you could make a donut kebab onto your finger with the nuts, dude.
They
with
did
the
that.
donuts. I think they
Nickelodeon.
did that on How It's Made.
They did that on iCarly.
On
But
iCarly.
instead of putting them on the through the hole,
was the-
he
it was
made
the
the hole.
taco.
He put them sideways. He didn't go through the hole.
Talk
He was
on a
like-
stick. Okay, so you know Spencer from iCarly?
Yeah.
You know that guy was also in Drake and Josh?
Yeah.
There's a theory circulating that the dude from Drake and Josh is actually a serial killer who kidnapped Drake and Josh's younger sister, drugged her, convinced her that he was her older brother, moved to a different city, and started a new life.
I heard
And that's
about
what
that.
iCarly is. It
That's
might
pretty
be.
good.
That happened in real life. You didn't know that?
No.
Listen, if
Is that what you went through?
If it's a better life, is it really bad?
What?
If it's a better life,
a
is it
good
really bad? If
question.
you were kidnapped,
It's
taken away
immoral.
from your family, just completely brainwashed and given a better life.
What was the reason?
No,
you
I
were
would say no.
kidnapped?
Like, if
What if you're getting raised
Ben,
up
if you
and
were-
like when you turn 20, then you have to go to like a sex ring or something?
Ben, if you were a little kid being abused by your parents, right? And I decided as an older man to kidnap you, brainwash you, and give you a better life,
I feel like there's better. way-
even
Well,
though that decision was technically immoral,
I wouldn't call
Oh,
that
was it?
immoral.
I don't know.
neither would
Because-
I. You know, I don't think I would.
Because here's
either.
the thing: brainwashing them could be considered a good thing
Yeah, I think taking
because
them
you're
away from that
taking-
would be moral.
because having that in their mind that they were like all the bad stuff that had happened to them. I don't.
Here's the
If
thing
you were
about
brain-
morals, right? Just because something is illegal does not make it immoral. Just because something is legal doesn't make it moral. So if you kidnapped a child that was truly in a really bad situation, there was no other better way to get them out of that house, and you gave them a better life, that would not be immoral. That would be helping somebody.
I feel like there's
So-
better ways to go about it.
Yeah,
Well-
there's Child Protective Services
Yeah.
for a reason, but
If that did happen, that wouldn't be, you know.
I just confirmed the theory. Jerry Trainer is the actor for Spencer Shea,
Okay.
and one of his quotes, sorry, is,
confirm nor deny.
I think my fans would probably be surprised to know I'm not insane. I'm not a crazy person in real life.
sounds
In
like
real
something
life,
a
which
crazy
means
person would
in
say.
That is indeed,
that,
yeah.
that, and which means in the show he is clinically insane, and the doctors can't do a thing about it. You wanna know why? Because doctors are useless.
Back to this.
I don't need to go
Back
to a
to
doctor
this.
to know if my arm is broken if I freaking got it caught under a lawnmower.
Can't pay for the surgery done. The doctors are legally required to go back in and undo the surgery and get
Really,
problems
that's
again.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
So if
I
I,
like
got a
that. I
brain
like it.
tumor removed and they stitch me all back up and stuff,
they
and
would crack
If
your
you don't
head
have the
open
money,
and put it back in.
they gotta
would
put it
just get a
back.
hammer. No, like freaking morphine or whatever
Nah.
pain.
You can't pay
reducer.
for
your
it.
head
You
They
open
can't
just
with
pay
get
for
a
it.
sledgehammer, freaking bash my
Just
head in.
Take a knife
No,
right
That's a
into
lot
it.
of damage.
just get pliers with the tumor and just like sink it in and like twist it in, let it go, and then just.
But
pile
here's the
everything
thing:
back on.
on the opposite end of that, if the doctors can't heal you, you shouldn't have to pay. Why should you have to pay if they didn't do anything?
Ridiculous. Corporate America
Well,
is corrupted.
you sat in their office and used their heating, so they're gonna have to charge you for that. All right.
Like
You're using up the cushion.
hospital
of the
food
isn't
is
system.
welfare.
awful.
This is
Hospital
for
food
profit.
is awful. Is off. Why did I say awful?
Off-bowl. I don't know what hospital food tastes
doesn't
like.
matter, dude. You're sitting there. You're using their lights. You're using their heating. You're using their building.
Maybe they're
Dude.
cooling.
Yeah, they're
As
cooling.
well.
Maybe.
So is the doctor, and the doctor doesn't do anything besides tell you, "Hey,
You have stage 4 terminal lung cancer.
I know that they read Wikipedia articles. I've seen that before.
I've actually
Yeah.
seen that." And,
That's
yeah,
awesome.
there's,
Are
like,
you sure they were
bones
reading or were
in
they
my doctor's
writing it?
office. What?
Were they writing or reading?
Reading.
Were they?
Reading.
They were not on the editor.
They were not writing. Why would a doctor just like in between his free time write up Wikipedia articles?
Because he wants to make sure that the right knowledge is being spread to the world.
See,
for other doctors.
What I do, I changed the Wikipedia articles to make them wrong just to mess with the doctors.
You know how
right?
hard
That'd
that
be
is
awesome.
to do?
I convinced some doctors that bone marrow was actually just
Cheese.
battery acid.
Really?
And they
that's why you should
immediately
eat
started
batteries.
prescribing
You
people
see this?
batteries. That's what happened.
We went total full circle back to the batteries, and this is why you should eat them. If you want strong bones, eat battery acid.
Yeah,
if
the
you want
calcium is a lie. You should not be drinking milk. You should be drinking
I heard that
straight battery acid.
calcium, and correct me if I'm wrong. Actually, I'm not wrong, so don't even try to correct me. I heard calcium actually, the particles eat away at your bone marrow and bone tissue and make your bones weaker, but the placebo effect just makes your body seem tougher. And you're like, if your bone gets broken, it either is not as painful or your brain just wipes it clear and it heals on its own because of the placebo effect, which is ridiculous because really you are injuring yourself.
I ate batteries. I was the
Jeez.
original test subject for batteries.
It was invented by
are you
Big
the
Pharma
man-
to sell more medicine.
Are you the 1837 man who almost, not even close, beat God in an arm wrestle?
No,
Are you the
remember,
man
he got
who
cast into
was
hell.
in front of God, who couldn't even look at him, when you felt this unbelievable power grip your hand as you're on this wooden table with jugs of whiskey all around you? You're the man who moved with that proper form his arm an inch down before proceeding to be what I believed was killed?
Here, let me explain. I'm the Energizer Bunny.
That would
Is
make
that
sense.
why you're so short?
He's built though, like he's got some muscle on him.
Because he's always drumming.
He's bang bang, breaking drums. You know, he keeps going. He never stops. He never stops. Only when he runs out of batteries. So you need more batteries. Build up your bones. The doctors can't lie to you. They won't sell you methamphetamines, and then you can keep living your life.
I'm pretty sure no doctor's office sells you meth.
Right in Australia, it's legal there.
Dude, have you heard about Australia?
It's on
Yeah,
fire.
Oh my
they're on
gosh,
fire.
no.
What?
Fires are out, dude. If the government knows or suspects that you are not or will not wear a mask in public, or if they suspect that you promote not wearing a mask in public, they will literally bust down the door to your house and kick you out of your house.
That's
And
why
send
they
you
gotta
to
keep
jail.
him on meth.
Jacob, if you move to Australia and I look to the New York Times and I see white male from America becomes a multi-trillionaire off of selling meth in Australia,
Selling koalas.
I will not be surprised because you really seem to
Epic.
be interested in that
Here's the thing.
topic.
Meth and koalas. Koala bears.
Koalas on meth?
What would that? What,
Would they sleep more, sleep harder, sleep less? Because they sleep 20 hours a day.
Probably fall out of trees, and that's funny.
What? Okay. No, they eucalyptus leaves. Okay. Think about it. Eucalyptus leaves, green, energy. They get energy from the leaves.
Oh.
What?
That's a good
when
tie
I
back.
charge the
That's
battery,
a good tie back.
What color is the battery when it's charged? Green.
Generally like silver-ish.
Okay, well,
Depends
no.
on the brand.
If you look at your phone,
Sometimes
it's
they're
green.
blue.
Like a
It's-
eucalyptus leaf, like a battery.
Here's the thing.
Koalas eat batteries.
I think they do.
Are batteries made out of eucalyptus leaves?
Are koalas?
I think so.
Are batteries made out of koalas?
It's just koala juice. That's
Koala hides.
you know the hydraulic
I wonder
press
if they
channels. They
sell-
just take a koala and they just
Stop,
go
stop.
down.
I
All the
think-
juice that comes out from that, they collect
my
one little
gosh.
cup.
They call it.
They
They
stir it
slap a
up,
label on it, say
call
this
it
is battery
battery
acid.
acid.
It's really just all the liquids from a crushed, eviscerated koala.
Yeah,
By the way,
they run it through
And
a
doctors are trying to sell you something else. Doctors don't want you to know. They don't want you to get healed.
Unbelievable.
They don't want to get healed. They don't want you to get healed, so you keep buying methamphetamines.
Of
Because
course.
they don't want to do their job. They just
No.
want to tell you,
Who
hey,
wants
you're
to do their
sick.
job?
Pay even more because, you know. But podcasting.
Here's the thing about podcasting.
Koalas power podcasts.
thing about podcasting. We've been going for about 49 minutes and 30 seconds now. And looking at the time, Might need to wrap it up soon.
Okay. Here's the thing about
Final
podcasting.
remarks.
It's a rough start, right?
Okay.
At first, I'll admit, we had a bit of a rough start. It was a slow climb. But again, even in this episode, there was a shell to break free of. And I believe we did that. And I believe it took us about 50 minutes to break from that shell, but it was worth it. It was a pleasure.
I feel like
It was a pleasure.
podcast is interesting. Okay. Please tell us what are you pointing at, Jacob?
Spiders coming down from the
Spider
it's like a
dangling
spider
from the
coming
ceiling.
down. Okay. anyways, podcasting. It's interesting to see. Okay, Zane's Spider-Man. You get
Just
that?
keep talking. We got to wrap it up.
Podcasting is interesting. Let us know what you guys want to hear from the podcast, what you don't want to hear, and if you want to see the spider that Jacob is currently catching. With this spider,
Please like and subscribe if you want to see the spider.
Yeah. We're gonna make battery acid with this spider.
We're going to make a DIY how to make battery acid at your home.
I don't have a home. I thought we established that. I
Or
live
a hobbit
I live
hole.
in a hobbit hole. Okay. Full.
Anyway,
That's all I got. Thank you guys.
Thanks for listening.
This is amazing.
Thanks for
I
listening.
for the troops that actually made it all the way through, who I doubt anyone's going to listen from start to finish.
You
They'll
are
probably skip
clinically
around.
insane.
You are clinically insane, and you should go see.
wait. We need to give him like a
medical professional.
prize, like tell him something.
I
him a
have
secret.
respect for you.
Baba Booey.
I'm proud. Thank you for your support. You're a grinder. You want it.
Yeah, you eat batteries.
You eat viscerated koala hides.
Yeah.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, I respect the people who did that. There's
Respect
the secret.
Gandhi for doing that. For standing up to Britain and telling them, I don't care what your doctors say. I'm eating batteries.
Gandhi, everyone.
Amazing.
Inspirational character.
All right.
All right, you
That's
can
all we
close us
got,
out. You
guys.
can close us out.
The Bane of Existence Podcast.
This
Ben Carlson, Zane Grabowski, Jacob Wider. That's all we got, guys. See
been
you
the
the
first
next time.
episode. Adios.